Now, following an injury that saw her miss the 2023 Two Oceans Marathon long-distance runner, Irvette van Zyl will make a return to the Cape Ultra for the 2024 edition in April. Hollywood Athletics Club, their team for the Western Cape race, which included Van Zyl, Newzroom Afrika sports reporter Vuyo Macoba, had a sit-down with Van Zyl after the announcement to reflect on year 2023 and looking ahead to this year.
Following year 2023 that saw her miss out on the Two Oceans Marathon because of an injury, she's back to full health. We've already seen her on the track doing a couple of races. She's back for the 2024 edition of the Ultra Marathon in the Cape. She joins us now just to look ahead to what 2024 looks like for her, which is going to be a very, very busy year because of the Olympic Games as well. Irvette, appreciate your time on Newzroom Africa. Let's start at that point, just quickly going back to year 2023, a very hard year for you.
Last year, I had so much dreams and goals and just getting smashed one after another, and especially the day that I had to decide to withdraw out of Two Oceans, that was heartbreaking for me. And then being at Two Oceans and not being able to run, watching it from the sidelines was the hardest thing I've ever done. And from the start to the athletes breaking the tape, that was so hard for me. And that feeling that I felt of sadness, I didn't realize I could be that sad. So I know going into this year, that was my main goal, is to be at Two Oceans and just be part of the race and be competitive as I can be.
After the first part of the year where it feels like, you know, that sideline that could depress even any athlete, but you come back second half of the year, yes, there is the world champs that you're going to, but mostly going to the Soweto Marathon. How much of a confidence booster was that?
That was a huge win, not for me, but my club. And I think just going into this year, I know I can pick myself up in hard situations. It's just sometimes the hard situations just take a little bit more out of you. But yeah, I'm happy to have finished the year on such a high and started the year on such a high. Everyone, when they congratulate me on a race this year, I'm like, oh, it's already so much better than last year. And when I see people comparing themselves like against last year's shape they were on Strava, then I'm like, I've got nothing to compare myself to, but at least I'm healthy and I'm running. So that's already a huge win for me.
What is that sort of special place does Two Oceans hold in your heart?
I think maybe because I didn't win Two Oceans yet. Well, it will be more special if I win it. But going back to 2019 was my first race at Two Oceans. I've raced the half marathon a lot of times, won it. And yeah, the half was one of my highlights of the years. I was like, but it wasn't feeling the same. So I was like, I have to do the ultra. And then I did it in 2019, but it broke me into pieces. I never thought I would ever go back. It was the most brutal race I've ever done in my life. And I can still remember the next day I couldn't walk because I was so sore from the hilliness and the downhills, and just the whole profile of the route hurt me so bad. And I was still waiting for my flight to board and I couldn't walk, and I was like, I'm coming back next year. Okay, but then we had the COVID and everything, but it took a few years to come back again. But 2020, when I lined up, I knew that's my type of race that I like. I like tough hilly courses, and it's so special being part of Two Oceans.
Does it feel like you have unfinished business there at Two Oceans? Does it feel like this is redemption year for you?
I definitely feel I have unfinished business. It's going to be a tough race, I'm not going to lie. Two Oceans never feels easy, but I'm trying to make it easier for myself. The training is a bit harder, but training smart and not... so I'm training harder but smarter. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be like an interesting race, I think. But yeah, I really thought I had it in 2022, and then I didn't have it. And maybe I had it at 33k. But yeah, it's going to be interesting coming back and running it. She has been running it now consecutively, and I think that's maybe going to give her upper hand. But yeah, I think I've got some more to prove than she has.
Maybe zooming in terms of the specifics, I mean, when you look ahead to the Olympics, what kind of course you're going to get there, what kind of conditions you're going to get there, are they aligning with what you're possibly going to find, especially the course part, what you're going to be find at the, Two Oceans this time, in terms of preparing you for that part, the course part?
Yes, so Paris seems like it's going to be a hard course and a hilly course, so it's definitely running to Oceans, and the preparation for Oceans. You do a lot of hill work, so it definitely makes you stronger, not physically but mentally as well, so that will be a huge role in going into Paris Olympics, being mentally and physically ready for a tough course.
Thank you so much, Irvette. Wishing you all the best for the year, and especially this race that's coming up, the Two Oceans Marathon.
Thank you very much.
Hollywood Athletics Club runner Irvette van Zyl, just giving us a real action of what 2023 was. I mean, it ended good, starting 2024, of course, on a good run as well. Two Oceans Marathon coming up on April 15th.